him by giving him the balance he needs to become a great walker and then turning that into a runner by continuing with the active balance development activities. So those would be the key neurological points. And then other important points are simply to observe our children. Because little kids have a crazy idea that running is a means of transportation. You know, they're so crazy, they think running is actually a human means of transportation. So what happens? We're walking with our little kid one day, and the weeks and the months go by, and one day we're walking with him, and now the kid's way up there. He's gotten in front of us. Well, how did he get way up in front of us there? I'll tell you how he got up there. He ran there. And what do we do? You, what do you do? Get back here. It's not safe. Stay with me right here. Don't go past me. So kid is trying to use that means of running as a means of transportation, and we're discouraging it. So by being attentive, a more positive approach might be as he begins to accelerate his walking into a run, we say, hey, wow, look at you, you're starting to run. Wow, I got to keep up with you. You're a runner now. You're great. This is incredible. Often you'll see that running start to turn on when you're doing that downhill environment, because when he's going on a gentle downhill slope, gravity is pulling him down. It makes it easier for him to speed up his actions. Then he'll begin to move from a walk into a true trot and then into a jog. So you see him doing that and you applaud him. You tell him he's great. He's starting to be a runner.
I would like to say it was a gradual process. However, it wasn't. When I started the program, I started the reading bits, but I also immediately started a very active physical program because I had read the How to Make Your Baby Physically Superb, I think that's it. And so she was very involved in running, brachiating, swimming. She's an independent swimmer. She would run 3 miles a day with me, so she was very active. And I noticed, and the creeping and crawling program I also tried to maintain. And when I started that, it was in leaps and bounds. Rather than just being able to identify single words or even couplets, she suddenly started reading sentences in books. My mother would be reading a book to her, and she'd immediately leap ahead and start reading a sentence. And out in a car, she'd not only pick out words, but start reading signs or whatever she might see along the highway. So it really wasn't a gradual process once I became very involved in the programs. And I would say she started reading independently, fully independently, like I could hand her a book when she was about 3+, 3.5.
So this is the cortical level, again. And you won't be surprised to learn that the bottom line here is unlimited opportunity for running. And there are two aspects of running that we want to develop. We want to develop distance running, non-stop running, or jogging. When we do that, we're creating a pace of mobility which creates a respiratory response like this. That's an endurance run. And then the other aspect of running that we want to develop is a sprint, where for a short distance, such as 10, 20, 30, or 40 meters, the child is running as fast as he possibly can, and that will create a respiratory response such as this. After he has done the sprint, very deep and rapid breathing. We want this because, remember, oxygen is the principal food of the brain. That will help us to create that large chest that we want to create. As we develop respiration, that will help to improve the child's language. And, of course, it will give him a more mature respiratory system that can help protect him against upper respiratory infections. And, of course, as we go from 1 minute to running to 5 minutes to running to 10 to